Hi, I'm Mosik, and you're watching another episode of Artist Life. In today's episode, we remember the 1.5 million Armenians that were systematically killed by the Ottoman Turks. I'm invited to First Baptist Church in Glendale, California, where Azusa Pacific University is putting on a remembrance concert for those Armenians that were killed over a century ago. Come with me as I meet those who are part of this show, suffering and hope, remembering the Armenian Genocide.
Art provides a visual means of capturing the truth about the natural world and human nature through the lens of its author and conveying its beauty to the observer.
So guys, I finally made it at this event. It's called Suffering and Hope, Remembering the Armenian Genocide. It's being put on by a university called APU, so I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to go in, so join me. Come on in. So we are here, guys, with Debbie at this amazing show. What is this show about?
Well, it's about the Armenian culture. We're celebrating Armenian culture and life, and it's all Armenian artists and Armenian artworks. Yeah.
Right. What does this event mean to you?
Well, it's a celebration of our life, our culture, and also the genocide and just our existence here in the U.S.
Are you part of this event?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're an artist?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Great. Show me your stuff. What do you have?
Well, I only have one piece.
Okay.
It's the one right here.
Wow. Look at that, guys. So is this oils?
No, it's acrylics, actually.
Acrylics.
I do acrylics, oils, I do a combination, yeah.
Okay. What is your background in art?
Well, I've always loved art, but I got into Modest Play Art, which is the art school that we go to, for about 3-4 years, and I've been painting for that long, yeah.
Okay. How has your past influenced your
I mean,
art?
I was born in Armenia, and I feel like Armenia has a very rich culture
Yeah.
of arts, and they're amazing at steelwork, and all of their arts is very beautiful, so it really influenced me, like my own culture and background.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it, guys? Here, take a look at that. All right. Is your stuff here too? No? Nobody else?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Kim Janu, and I'm from Azusa Pacific University. I am honored to be here. As I was asked earlier, someone said, what is the significance of this evening to you personally? While men sometimes do not recognize the suffering and the tragedies, we serve a God who does. One of my favorite names in the Old Testament is the God who sees. And when no one else sees, the great I am, he sees and he knows.
This event is an important event because I think it's so important for us as Americans to remember. The importance of remembering the genocide of the Armenian people. For me as an African American person, I think it's important to recognize the suffering of any group of people.
Yes.
And so I'm honored to be here to not only lament the loss of over 1.5 million Armenians, but to celebrate the life and the fruition despite the trials that this culture has continued to flourish. And so it's a lament, heart lament, but also much celebration.
Thank you so much. What do you think about the artwork?
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Great.
Beautiful.
I've been an artist for 28 years.
Okay.
I've been in film and publishing in a lot of different fields in art. Now I'm a public school teacher. I'm an art teacher.
Okay.
So I teach at the local art school over here.
Right.
And I have my own academy that I teach at.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What does this event mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's for me, my friends are putting it together, and
Okay.
it's great to be a part of their work.
Okay.
Be a part of all of this other these Armenian artists.
Okay.
And for me to share the story of mainly our grandmother, to
Right.
have her work. She's a genocide survivor and her family, and we've heard the stories. She would always tell us about it and talk about it. So it was
Right.
just meaningful for me to have the work displayed at an event like this to recognize, our
Your background,
culture.
how has that played in your life as an artist?
It's hard for me to talk about how it's played into my life. It's just part of my life. It's who I am, and it's something I don't forget.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that piece?
That is my son, and this was a personal piece. I love drawing people that are family, people that I know,
Yeah.
and where I get to tell the story. And this was sort of like a letter to him, and I want him to know. And when he gets older, I'll explain it to him more. But I want him to know where he came from, what his roots are, who his family is. So not only is it a letter to him, it's a letter to my father,
Right.
my grandfather, my ancestors,
Right.
and it's there's more meaning to it than I can explain.
Mhm.
It's very personal, but yeah, it's very much about my family, and again, a very proud Armenian. So
Yes.
that's a very big part of my family. It's something I talk to him about all the time,
Right.
and so
Right.
yeah, that's a letter to my son in
Excellent.
visual form.
Does he have the piece now, or he has to?
No, that's his.
That's his
That's
now.
his.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
excellent.
his. This belongs to our grandmother, and that belongs to him. And when he gets older, he can have it.
Wow.
Right now, I'm afraid he might.
Yeah,
ruin
okay.
it. Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you so
Thank
much
you very
for
much.
talking to
Thank
us.
you. Thank you.
Great. Reverend Joe Matosian.
Right.
Great. Pastor Joe, what does this event mean to you?
Of course, as an Armenian, it means a lot. And I have added something here that I'm a graduate of Azusa Pacific University.
Wonderful. Great.
And one of the oldest Armenian graduate of the institution.
Right.
So it's a deep connection
That's
with
right.
the school. So that means a lot. And then as an Armenian, of course, there's no question, no doubt in my mind, and I'm sure in your mind, that this genocide reality, all Armenians realize, recognize, remember, recall this tragedy. But as Armenians, we don't give up. Yes, negative experience, but we look forward with courage, with determination for a bright future for the Armenian nation.
Yes.
And we thank God for that.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure,
Thank you
and
so
God
much for
bless
talking
you,
to
God
us.
bless Armenians,
Yes.
and God bless America.
Amen to that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Father Moses
Father
Shanakian,
Moses,
yes,
nice meeting you,
from the
Father.
Western Prelacy.
Event mean to you?
Well, this event means a great deal, not only to the clergy, not only to the entire Glendale community, but the entire world, because we're coming to the 103rd anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. And these events are very special in the sense that it brings the non-Armenian community together and informing them of our heritage, our past, and the future that we hold as an Armenian community, especially in Glendale, which is the second largest diaspora outside of Armenia, or the first largest. And it's the first time I'm here. So this is very interesting. We had a symposium right now, and learned a lot. We learned tolerance. We learned that genocide can be stopped and the wounds are healed, in the sense that new movements are coming and should come and try to stop, try to end all genocides, all hatred throughout the world. So thank you for this opportunity.
So tell us a little bit about what went through your mind and how you came up with this idea.
Well, I'll actually give you two different answers.
Yes.
First one, I feel like the Armenian Students Association lit a fire under the school about fighting for the Armenian cause and recognizing the genocide. Because last year, this time, we put a khachkar on our campus. And I believe we're the first university to do so.
Yes, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. We just did it. I'll show you pictures after.
Yes, please.
But secondly, this event actually was APU's idea. I had no part in creating it, but when I guess they were inspired by the khachkar and all that, they looked into the story, they wanted to look into the history of it, and they were like, why are we not doing something about this? Because APU is very close to Glendale, to the biggest hub of Armenians outside of Armenia. They said we need to reach out to the community, we need to show them that we care. So they slowly started coming up with an idea. Dr. John Simons is also the worship director here, and he's the associate dean at APU. So I guess through that connection, they started talking, they got the ASA on board, and then this whole thing came to fruition.
Did you lose any sleep over this event?
A little bit.
Thanks so much for talking to us. Thank you. Great. So tell me, what does this event mean to you?
I think it means just the lives that people went and experienced, and all the different events that shaped a culture that I just love how we're able to express that with music. And a lot of the pieces and phrases in the music express that, and you just feel a tingle in your body, and you're like, oh my word, this is just, and you, like in my mind I was thinking, remembering just some of the stories I've heard of some of the families and some of the stories that and people and lives that were experienced during the genocide. And so I just was thinking, wow, like amazing how this shaped a generation. And
how did you participate in this? And what was your role?
My role, well, I'm part of the choir that's
Choir,
at
okay.
the university at Azusa Pacific.
Okay.
And I participated as one of the sopranos.
Awesome.
Just part of the
All right.
chorus.
Great.
But yeah,
You've always been in music? I mean, you always
No.
like to sing? Okay.
no. So I started about a year before going to APU. So I'm currently a sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's only been about 2 years that
Yeah.
I've really done music
Wow.
in depth. Like
Yeah.
before, it was just for fun to sing or to dabble on the piano, but
Yeah.
it wasn't very serious. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to us, and keep on singing.
thank you.
Now I have an audience.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I mean,
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, this was amazing.
Thanks.
So tell me, this is your artwork?
This is one of the pieces, that I did for this. Well, I did this one specifically for this show, for
Okay.
Suffering and Hope.
What is the meaning of this painting?
Okay, well, I mean, it's a pregnant woman, obviously, in taraz, in traditional gear.
Right.
And she's walking forward, and she has a smile on her face. Obviously, and then also the pomegranates representing
Okay, so-
people.
so that's part
this
of
is
this.
part of the piece. Yeah, the
Okay.
installation belongs with this. I'm sorry, I'm covering
No,
it.
it's
And William Saroyan's poem
Okay.
along with it. My intention was to show, because it's suffering and hope. We're not victims.
Right.
We march forward. She has a smile. I mean, you can look at it at any point, any stage of history, and just imagine that there's life being created.
Yeah.
There's art being created. There's nature. Everything. It's just hopeful,
Yeah.
basically.
How has your background impacted your art today?
My background as an Armenian.
Yes.
I was born there. I moved here, so I have both cultures as an influence, and I talk a lot about that in my work. Actually, that piece over there that I did is called Cheerios, and then the reason I named that is because I've been called that all my life by the Armenian, the ones that have grown up there and come here, and they're like, you eat Cheerios for breakfast. So instead of the traditional breakfast, Armenian with the eggs and the tea and all of that. So there's an influence with me. I have that culture. I speak Armenian at my house. I eat Armenian food. I have Armenian friends, and it's just, I mean, it's not something that I'm aware of, I guess, most of the time, but it is there. So it comes out in my work even when I don't think it's in there. But I wouldn't know exactly how to pinpoint an influence other than it's just in who I am because of the day-to-day.
Right. One more question. Past Armenian artists, which one's your favorite?
I think I was, with this piece, a lot influenced with Arshil Gorky. I think everyone, with the mother and the son, and the unfinished finishedness of his work, that's kind of the thing I was going with, my own flair, obviously, with me today, because I don't, sorry for my incoherence.
No worries.
But
Thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you for coming.
Sure. Halar.
I'm currently studying at Azusa Pacific University.
Okay.
And I am a junior, so
Okay.
it's my junior year of my undergrad. And I've probably been in opera classical studies for, I would say, 3 years now. So it's fairly new, but I originally started singing in Broadway. I was
Okay.
very into Broadway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Who is your favorite opera singer?
Oh man. Whew. You know, I don't really have any
You don't have
favorites.
to.
Really don't. I really don't get inspiration from people,
Okay.
but I do get inspiration from creation. And as a
Okay.
person like of faith, like I think the greatest thing as an artist to do is not to look at yourself, but to realize that God has a bigger purpose for you.
Yes.
And that God has that plan. And it's kind of like when you are become who you're meant to be rather than being who you want to be.
Yeah.
Because you can never potentially be who you want to be because that's a false
Yeah.
image, I would
So
say.
now your art, that's even more amazing. I mean,
Thank you.
such talent here. Do you want to tell me a little bit about Tears of Blood? What does that mean?
Yes, so I did the Tears of Blood because we lost a lot of bloodshed, and now that 100 years of denial happened of our genocide, and I feel that a lot of people that do stand up
Yes.
for the Armenian Genocide and do recognize that, that they have cried the tears of blood for our ancestors. And I think that there is absolutely like a ton of weight to that. And yeah.
Yeah. One advice to our viewers of hope. What would that be? What should hope be based on?
I think it definitely should be based on your faith with Jesus Christ. I think God delivered our people. God is using our people. Everything happens for a reason, and I think that the Armenian people are such a special people because of the history that we had, and being one of the most ancient traced nationalities as well. So just if you really want to thrive on hope and live in hope, I think the best thing to do is to just wake up and live for your God, because we are all people, and we are all on the same plane, and we all have a story to share.
So we are here with Maestro
Grand Caribbean.
Grand Caribbean. Okay, great. And he plays the violin. Great. And you were telling me it's a German made.
Yes, this is a German
Okay.
instrument from
Okay.
1894.
1894. Wow. And you have a studio.
Yes, I teach in North Hills, California.
Okay.
And I teach around LA privately, and I also teach for the Harmony Project.
Okay. So do you go to APU?
No, I don't. I'm
Okay.
a professional violinist.
So now how did that be? I thought this is just an APU project.
This is an APU project. However, since I'm in Armenian descent and a professional violinist, I got
Okay.
the opportunity to play amongst them, and it was a beautiful program.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it very much.
Yes. Yes. So Armenian composers.
Of Baghdasaryan
Okay.
and Khachaturian, of
Right.
course.
Yeah,
One
the
of
violin
best.
concerto.
Yes,
How-
of course.
You want to do something on it?
Not right now.
Not
after
right
the
now.
concert,
Okay,
but
right.
it's definitely a powerful concerto.
Yes, sure is. Which one do you like?
I love Komitas.
Hey, I got to shake your hand.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Of course.
Great. Thank you so much for this invite. Now, I know that you were singing in there. What about you, Noah?
I play a part in the back with the men. I sing the bass part.
Your bass?
Yes, I'm a bass.
Could you imagine? What? What's up with this? And you guys are in the audience.
Cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders.
That's right.
Great. Awesome. Were you going to do something with that?
Yes, Sir Mosik has been my art teacher since I was very little, and my dad works at APU in the Mexico Outreach Department, and he does a lot of the graphic design for the trips that they have, and he gave me the opportunity to design one of the shirts, and so just an honor to you for teaching me.
Wow.
I just wanted to present this to you.
Thank you. Do you mind if we open it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. So do you want to help me open this thing?
Yeah.
Here, let's go tear this out. Can I wear this home?
Yes, you can.
Oh, look at, oh my gosh. You know, I only wear extra large. I don't know what size this is, but just kidding. Here, you hold on to this.
All right.
Wait, I thought you said one shirt. You have two shirts here.
Yeah, for another person in your family.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh. No, are you kidding? Guys, look at that. Here, I'm going to stand here.
All right.
Look. How do I look? This is great. Oh my gosh. This is so amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless you guys. Thank you so much again. So much for watching this episode about Artist Life, for coming along with us on this amazing journey. If you have any questions about this episode or about this show, the website number is on your screen, mosaicfineart.weebly.com. Talk to you soon. Till next time.
Lord, I plead with all my heart, anoint my life, set me apart, deliver your power and liberty, Lord, send me. I cry out for the world to see your beauty and your majesty, bringing nations on their knees, Lord, send me. Send me out to the world, I will go and make